all of our auctions for consumer protection, and that's so if there is a discrepancy on the auction bidding, we can go back and use the recorder as the judgment. All buyers are required to have a bidder number to bid, giving full name, address, and phone number. Evidence of correct form of deposit must be made in order to register at the auction. Gentlemen and ladies, we are accepting personal check, so don't worry about that. Please note that during our auction, we have the buyer premium. So there will be a 7% buyer premium added to the final and highest bid. So, for example, if the bid was $100,000, the contract purchase price will be $107,000. The successful bidder must sign all documents and contracts immediately upon conclusion of the auction. At the auction, a minimum non-refundable deposit in the amount of 20% of the contract purchase price, which is the high bid plus 7% buyer premium, will be required immediately following the sale in the form of a personal check, cashier's check, or certified check. Please note, all checks must be made payable to the Swiska Group trust account. So what that means is that will be a check that we'll put in our trust account, and at closing it will be credited to your purchase price at the closing. Property is being sold as is, where is, with all faults, without representation or warranties of any kind. Please note that the business was being run up until about 3 weeks ago, and they shut the door. At that point, to my knowledge, everything was working in good order. We're going to discuss in just a moment some information with regard to the property line. I've already talked to you about that, but for record purposes, we're going to say that once again for the video camera's sake. The real property shall be sold subject to any current conditions, restrictions, right-of-way, easements, and reservations, if any, and all other matters of record taking priority, subject to the rights, if any, of tenants in possession, which there are none, and further subject to all conditions announced today here at the sale. Buyer must close the sale of the real property within 30 days. The entire purchase price must be paid by cashier's check or certified check, attorney's check, or escrow check, or wired funds at closing. Let me see here. I apologize for the hand here. No purchase is contingent upon financing. So keep in mind that this is considered a cash sale. This is not considered contingent upon anything. Real estate brokers, there are no real estate brokers that have registered anybody, so we're going to skip over that. The auctioneer is representing himself on behalf of the seller. The auctioneer is not responsible for any acts of the principal agent or the principal. During bidding, the auctioneer has the right to reject or raise any, or let me repeat this, the auctioneer has the right to reject any raise that in his opinion is not commensurate with the property value. In the event of any dispute after the sale, auctioneer's video record of final sales will be conclusive. All announcements made the day of the sale take precedence over any written or verbal terms of sale. Buyer will acquire property subject to the rights of all parties in possession. If any conditions contained herein are not complied with by the buyer, seller may, in addition to asserting all remedies available by law, including the right to hold defaulting buyer liable for the purchase price, either cancel the sale, retaining as liquidated damages any payment made by such buyer, resell the property at public auction, and take other action as it deems necessary or appropriate. The retention of the successful bidder's deposit shall not be limited to any rights or remedies available to the seller in the event of a buyer's default. In other words, if you are the high bidder and you bid, plan on closing this property. End of story. If the property is resold, the original defaulting buyer will be liable for any payment of deficiencies in the purchase price and all costs and expenses for both sales. Reasonable attorney fees, commissions, incidental damages, and all other charges due hereafter. Uniform Commercial Code, I'm going to just give you the layman's term. If you bid, it is a binding contract. If you're the high bidder, the hammer drops, you are in contract. We will go in immediately and sign about a 2-page contract. It's a very simple contract. It says we're going to close in 30 days as is, where it is. Okay, Here is an addition that you probably haven't noticed on the website, so I'm going to need you to bid accordingly. There's going to be a $1,200 survey. We have contracted specifically with Alan Geomatics. He is going to be the one to do the survey for the high bidder. His cost is $1,200. We are adding, if you'll look on the third page of your terms and conditions, we are adding a very narrow pie-shaped property there that's highlighted in the red. And that the purpose of that was to give you total control of the septic system, that is a sewer system, a forced sewer system, to the line that is right out here in front of the property. Ladies and gentlemen, this property has a tax value of $169,600. I am going to open the floor for any questions before Mr. McDaniel, our ring man, starts talking to you to get our opening bid. Is there any questions on the floor? Do we have any questions? You have any questions? I'm going to give you about 3 minutes and then we're going to start the auction.
Shine the way they should, and I love you just in case you didn't know. Let it go, let it happen like it happened once before. It's a wicked wind and it chills me to the bone, and if you do not believe me, come and gaze upon the shadow that you go.
We're going to let her look at the property line, guys, and then we're going to get started. I appreciate your patience. I don't know if you're like me, but I woke up this morning, saw 59 degrees on the thermometer, and said, praise the Lord, I'm glad fall's here. It's been a very wet, hot, and humid summer, and if we have the type of precipitation that we had this winter, or this winter, I think we're going to have knee-deep snow. So let's hope that's not the case.
It's a bitter wind that it chills me to the bone, and if you do not believe me, come and gaze upon the shadow that you go.
My clerk just asked me to confirm with you that we do not have a septic tank, period, on this property. It is strictly a sewer system that is forced pumped to this high pressure line that goes all the way to William R. Davis. So there is not any septic tank in the ground.
Your bill.
Say it again?
Your bill.
I cannot hear you.
Your bill.
There's been a discrepancy about that. According to the tax records and according to the toilet imprint that's on top of the lid, 2006, but there has been someone that suggested that it was built in 2002. I'm not making any representations other than to tell you what the tax bill says. Mackie, are we ready to go?
Any questions?
All right, here we go. All right, here. What do you want to bid here? What do you bid? 100,000. Here would have been 100. $70,000 bid. Here would have been 80. $80 bid would get them on 80,000. Here would have been 80. $80,000 bid. $80,000 bid would have been on 80,000. $80,000 bid. $80,000 bid. I'm at 70. Here would have been $80,000 bid would have been 80. $80,000 bid would have been 80.
71,000.
71. Here would have been 72. That's 72. The 33 would get them on $73,000 bid. It's $73,000 bid would have been 73. Sir would have been on 73. 73 and a 4 would have been 74 and a 5. It's $75,000 bid would have been on 75. Sir would get them on 75. 6. Sir would have been 7. Now 7. That $8,000 bid. Say 88. Now 9. 9 would have been 9. It's $79,000 bid would have been 79. Now 80. 80,000 now 81. 81,000 would have been 81 here. Now 2 would have been 2. $82,000 bid. $82,000 bid would have been 3 would have been on 3,000, $83,000 bid, $83,000 bid would have been 83,000 one time, 83 and a 4, sir, $84,000, $85,000 bid would have been 85, we get them on $85,000 bid, $85,000 bid, we gotta go, $85,000 bid, 85, and I got 85 here, sir, would you bid 86, 86 and that's 7 now, all right, 88 here would have been $88,000 bid, $80,000 bid would have been 88, you're out, sir, would have been 88, now 9 would have been 89,000, $90,000 bid would have been 99, it would have been on 90,000 here. Hit $90,000 bid would have been 90,000 now 1. Did $91,000 bid would have been 91 here would have been 2, sir. Hit $92,000 bid. You two are out. 92 would have been 92. Hit $92,000 bid would have been 92. Hit 2 would have been 2. $92,000 bid would have been 92. 92,000 now 3. Hit $93,000 bid 93 now 4 would have been on 4,000. Hit $94,000 bid would have been on 94 now 5. Hit 95 one time. $95,000 bid would have been 95. Would you want to go more than that? Would you go 100? Hit $95,000 bid would have been 95. 6, sir, would have been 6. Hit $96,000 bid would have been 96. $96,000 bid. Hit $96,000 bid would have been 96,000, sir, would have been on 96. 6 here. 96.7. Hit $97,000 bid would have been 97. $97,000 bid. Hit 97 now 98. 88 would have been 8. Would get them on 8,000 now. $98,000 bid. Hit $98,000 bid would have been on 98.